YouTube yogis, it's Brian here from Elemental Movement. So I was going to do some balcony yoga, but then it started raining, so you get this nice view of the wall behind me. But anyways, today is more about focusing inward to our center, to our core. Actually, according to Ayurveda, we're in late summer, which is actually in India the rainy season, as well as in Mexico the rainy season, which is where I'm at, coming to you from Cancun. So today's practice, as I share a few videos, mostly focused in core work, both the core of the abdominals, the spinal muscles in the back. We'll be doing some gentle back bends, actually some gentle to moderate back bends, belly down. I always like to, again, just give the disclaimer for those of you that are pregnant. It's not recommended to do any belly down practices. Obviously, you probably are aware of that. So please just make the appropriate considerations for yourself and for your body. So yeah, we'll go ahead and begin with just a little bit of breathing practice today. So these Prāṇāyāma are really helpful for us to find the muscles of the core, helpful as support as you get into your abdominal practices that can support you in your yoga postures. So the first practice we'll begin with is just some Ujjayi Pranayama. So I want you to just find a comfortable seat for yourself. You can sit on top of, as we've talked about before, a rolled up mat, a block. I don't have any of that stuff with me today, so I'm just going to sit on my mat. Comfortable cross-leg position, half lotus, whatever works for you. Once you find your seat, just go ahead and take a moment. Feel the sitting bones grounding down. You can rock a little bit side to side, get equal weight on both. And then go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Just visualize the space of your body as it's connected to the floor or the mat underneath you. And then take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Imagine as the breath is going to flow down towards the bottom of your torso, just however far it goes. And then you're going to exhale out through the mouth with a sigh. It can be soft or loud, whatever it is. Just try to empty the breath completely. So do that a couple more times, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Okay, and so that sighing sound you're creating, it actually just is a light constriction in the throat. Continue to find that sound as you breathe in and out through the nose. And this is our first variation of the pranayama that we'll do today, called Ujjayi Pranayama. So this just helps to refine the breath, allow the exhale to happen a little more slowly. It also connects our breathing muscles a little more fully to our abdominal muscles. So continue to breathe in this way. With your eyes closed, you might again imagine on your inhale the breath flowing down. And as you exhale, imagine the breath flowing up. Now another point that we've talked about before that you can focus into is the point called Jalandhara Bandha, which is actually the back of the roof of the mouth, or the top of the spine, right where it supports the skull, which sits on top of the spine. So this space, if you can find it, just on your exhalation, you're focusing there. So it's as though the inhale is drawing down, the exhale drawing back up, and then obviously out through the nasal passageway. You know, there's a lot to that, but just simply breathing and noticing your experience of it is fine. Pardon the construction noises, whatever else comes up going on around. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. So the next version of breath we're going to practice, as you've done hopefully now a couple of rounds of that Ujjayi Pranayama, just a little bit more rapid breathing. And this breath we call Kapalabhati. It's a very energizing breath, great for the summer season, as it's a time where things are very stagnant, very stale, so that can kind of bring a level of lethargy or something like that. This is a great way to give yourself a little boost of energy, especially in the morning time. This is our main kapha hours. So what we're going to do is again take a nice full breath in through the nose. Breathe some of your breath out, and then a strong pumping action in, belly drawing towards the spine will kind of push the breath out using the diaphragm as kind of a pump. And then on the inhalation it's more passive, so you just let the belly relax and the breath will flow back in naturally. So it goes like this. Okay, And so we'll do it all together in a moment, but actually a couple things to consider. This is actually not the belly creating the action. What you want to think of is what we call Uddiyana Bandha, so the center of the diaphragm drawing upward is what actually pushes the breath out of the body. The abdominals help to support that and are connected to that action, but we want to think of this being as an internal kind of action. So I'm going to again inhale fully, and then exhale a little bit out. Think of a strong drawing in of navel towards spine and feel as though the ribs are going to lift. Actually, the center of the diaphragm in the base of the rib cage lifts up. So again, and release, and release. Do as many as you can. If you run out of breath, just take another breath in and continue. I find it helpful to focus into Jalandhara Bandha. So again, just reaching through the back of soft palate lightly. Gives the energy somewhere to go. Keep going continuously for a few more seconds. If you stop, that's okay. Again, just take another big breath in, and we'll do a few more together. Okay. Great, just take a couple of normal breaths. Now we'll do one more round, and you can choose whether you want to just practice on those deep Ujjayi Prāṇāyāmas. Got a little something moving there with myself. So big inhale, big exhale through the nose, just maintaining a nice steady rhythm. So this is the Ujjayi Prāṇāyāma. We'll all start here. Okay, and you can stay with that. You want to try the Kapalabhati for one more round. We're going to inhale, exhale a little bit out, and then draw belly in, lift through the center of ribs. Take a big breath in. Empty the breath and round your spine. Hold the breath out as the belly draws in towards the navel. And just try to hold the breath out for as long as comfortable. We call this retention. When you feel the need to inhale, lift the center of the skull, back of soft palate, breathe in fully and completely and hold the breath in for as long as comfortable. Maintaining this posture, again, empty your breath, exhaling through the nose. Hold the breath out if it's comfortable for you. Then breathe in, fully and completely, focusing on just creating a space and expansion in the body, holding the breath in at the top of the inhale if that is comfortable for you as well. Complete 2 more rounds on your own. So again, exhaling to empty, inhaling to fill, pausing at the top and at the bottom if that suits you. Again, the retention we might find is a little easier after doing the Kapalabhati breath. You got a lot of energy flowing, so you might find that you can actually feel that stillness a little bit more easily. This is one of the components of yoga, right? The balance that exists between dynamicism or movement and static kind of groundedness, we'll say. Okay, so it's a great practice to do prior to abdominal work because it wakes up some of the muscle connections that we do when we use our core work in the practice. Next will be actually some of that core work, so tune into the next